have a few really important tips that will help you with getting the most out of your hypnosis sessions as part of the Spiritual Hypnosis membership. So without further delay, the number one tip is to always self-advocate during your hypnosis sessions. And so these are group sessions, which is very unique in that you will not be telling me one-on-one what you need. You will be telling you will be telling the universe what you need. And so, for example, there can be, let's say, external distractions. So maybe you forgot to turn a light off and it's shining in your eyes, but you don't want to get up to take care of yourself because you're afraid you're going to miss something in the hypnosis session. Do not worry about that. Always get up, take care of whatever you need to take care of, because the distraction of whatever it is will actually be more impactful than just taking a few seconds to take care of that distraction. The same thing goes for, you might need to pee more than you would expect, because there's a lot of really healthy releasing of that which does not serve you during the hypnosis sessions. And a form of releasing, sometimes it's crying, sometimes it's yawning, sometimes it's that you need to pee more often. Again, you're not going to miss anything. Trust the universe. Trust that 90 seconds that you need to take care of yourself, you will not be missing anything. Plus, Spiritual Hypnosis members always get a recording of the session the very next day. So let's say that you come back and you're like, what? She's talking about dragons now. Like, what transition did I miss? It's okay. You can re-experience the session. And a lot of members tell me they re-experience their very favorite sessions via the recordings all the time. So that's a resource that's available to you anytime. Additionally, when it comes to self-advocating, go rogue in your sessions. And what I mean by that, again, you're not going to miss anything if you follow your heart instead of my directions. If you want to experience the session later following my directions to the T, perfect. But what I would recommend is, let's say that I'm about to transition into a new topic in the session, but you're having the time of your life exploring something or receiving something or releasing something or learning something. And it's the best moment of your entire life. And here I am starting to shift into a new gear. Do not worry about sticking tightly with what I am saying. It's so much more important that you follow your heart and what you are feeling drawn to in the session. Again, you get to experience the recording anytime as a Spiritual Hypnosis member, so you won't be missing anything. All right, and the very last thing when it comes to self-advocating is you can always ask the universe follow-up questions, clarifying questions. Let's say that a bit of wisdom comes in, an answer comes in, some guidance comes in, but it's either a little too vague or enigmatic or brief, and you say to the universe, okay, awesome, thanks for sending that, but I would also like to know, and then just ask those follow-up questions, those clarifying questions. So that's another great way to self-advocate when it comes to you and the universe. Another thing I should say is I leave a lot of space for quiet time during the sessions. So I'll provide that guidance, that transition guidance, and then we'll sit quietly for a few minutes while you are able to just receive what you are meant to receive and experience what you're meant to experience within the session. So I'm there to be helpful. I am not there to be a distraction. That's why I like to provide a lot of quiet time so you can connect more deeply. And I get a lot of positive feedback from my Spiritual Hypnosis members that I'm not talking over their session. So that's why I leave a lot of quiet time. So again, it's going to be up to you to self-advocate during those quiet times with the universe, with yourself. Additionally, always honor all of your senses during the session. The way that a lot of books are written about spiritual hypnosis is they're written in a very visual style. Your session might be visual. It might not be visual at all. It's so important to honor all of your senses. Sometimes it's just a sensing or a knowing that comes in. Sometimes your body feels sensations. Sometimes it's emotional sensations and feelings that are coming in. Sometimes you might smell something or hear something. Just make sure that you follow all of your senses. I might ask you to invite in a warm, loving being with wings, and you don't see anything, but you hear something fluttering, or your heart gets really warm. Follow what is happening and then delve more deeply into what is happening. Additionally, the session might not feel like hypnosis. This also goes along with self-advocating. If it does not feel like hypnosis to you, and then let's be honest, like, what is hypnosis? I'm a PhD student. I've been researching this for a while. There is zero, I'm telling you, there is zero consensus on what hypnosis is. So you're not ever doing it wrong. There's no consensus on what it's supposed to feel like, even the brainwave state. So just know that whatever you're experiencing is what you are meant to be experiencing. But sometimes people start to psych themselves out because they're like, I just feel like I'm laying down and I'm relaxed and I'm cozy and yeah, I've got some intuitive wisdom coming in, and then they start to think like, but I'm consciously present. Yeah, that's the way it is now, guys. Like, you're not going to go somnambulistic, most likely. And so you're consciously present, and that's okay. That's actually a good thing. That means that everything that you get to experience during the session will be more easily integrated into your everyday life because you're consciously present during that session. Your conscious mind is part of the team. So if you do want to feel more depth, whatever that means to you, you want more relaxation, you want your body to feel different, whatever it is that means to you, self-advocate, use your exhaling breath to take you deeper. That's a really easy way to take yourself deeper throughout the session. Additionally, releasing doubt. This is the biggest deal of all of them. Doubt will sabotage your session. I don't want to sound dramatic, but doubt is like, think of hypnosis as a really amazing sports car, and doubt is like driving that amazing sports car with the emergency brake on. You're probably going to make some progress, but it is going to be slow and it is going to be an effort. So if you have doubt, that's okay. We all have doubt during our sessions. Just don't indulge in the doubt. Don't let it overtake your session. If you want to doubt your session later, which I would not recommend that you do, because again, it's just like it's unraveling all of the good work that's been done. But if you want to doubt later, fine. Just try not to doubt during the session. Let it flow. You're going to have a much richer, more productive, more impactful session if you just let it flow. Also, we experience doubt throughout so much of our lives. Give yourself a doubt break during the hypnosis session and just see how the magic flows in. And if you want to doubt it later, okay, but I would go ahead and just let the magic flow throughout the session and believe in what happened after the session. You'll have a much more impactful experience that way. And then the final thing that I want to say is that I highly recommend that you have an audio recorder for your session. This was actually advice that came from one of the Spiritual Hypnosis members. He has a tendency to go too deep into the session. He does go somnambulistic. So what he decided to do was use a voice recorder, and then he would narrate like you would to a hypnotherapist during a one-on-one session. He narrates to the voice recorder everything that's happening in his session. I think that's brilliant because he goes so deep. This allows him to stay at a more consciously aware level, so he doesn't drop into a complete forgetting of what has happened. Now, if you're like me, something like a voice recorder will actually help me with staying focused. I like to treat my voice recorder like it is the hypnotherapist, and so I'm not going to start thinking about my grocery shopping list. I will stay more focused if I know I have someone or something to narrate to. Additionally, some people stay too light in their hypnosis session if they're not using an audio recorder. And what I mean by that is the wisdom that's coming in, the visions, whatever it is, it's so amazing that the person is thinking, okay, don't forget this. Okay, remember this. Be sure you remember this. And if you are narrating everything to a voice recorder, then you can actually go deeper. Like if you stay too light because you're constantly thinking, you can go deeper into hypnosis because you know that you don't have to try to consciously remember everything that's coming in because the voice recorder is your teammate that captures all of that information. So I hope that this is helpful. I find all of these tips to be extraordinarily beneficial regarding your group hypnosis sessions, because then you come to the sessions knowing great ways to take good care of yourself and to have the optimal experience. All right, I look forward to seeing you there.